So when we make inferences, we dig deeper into a text by using what we read plus what we already know, okay? The important thing about inferences is that we want to make sure we're really including what we read, right? Because that plus your own common sense, which you know from the real world, is how you're really going to connect and dig deeper into what you're reading, okay? So because this is a little bit of a review for us, I wanted you guys to turn and talk very quickly. And my question for you is, can you remember an inference you made when we read Treasure in the Trees? I'll actually talk to Terrell, and I'll just have you two turn and talk to each other. And it shouldn't take more than 30 seconds for us to just think about an inference that we made. And then we'll come back together and we'll share out, okay? Based on the yellow spots that you saw, right? What was the part that you brought in from just your own common sense when you said it must be an animal?
Nina found out that it was just a...
Now, you already said it, those yellow spots, they couldn't just get there, right? Okay, so that's really, I want you to be able to talk about that. That's the part that you just figured, right, from your own common sense. So when we share out, I want you to be able to really share that with your classmates. And so we made those inferences when we were reading that story, which means that we already know how to do this. And we're going to apply that with our story today. So I want to introduce the story that we're going to work on today. It's called The Great Riddle Mystery. And so the genre of this story is mystery. I want you to just take a minute to do a quick picture walk. And the question that I'm going to ask you is, what do you think the mystery might be about, just from a picture walk? Take a minute. Okay, at least 2 of my hands went up. So what do you think, Goddess?
I think somebody stole something, and the kids had to investigate because they had newspapers and stuff, and they had to write stuff down.
Okay, so you looked at the picture with the newspapers and things, so you think maybe something was stolen and it's being investigated? Good, okay. So we have some ideas already about what the mystery might be about, and so that's a good way to go into the text. Your job today is going to be really not only to read, but to think about some inferences as we go along, okay? And so when I'm listening to you read, that's one of the things that we're going to discuss, okay? What inferences were you able to make throughout the text? So I just want to remind you that if you get done early, you want to go back and reread. But when we do that, we want to try to sound more and more like a storyteller every time we read it, okay? We're not going past chapter 3.